It is Wednesday, December 5. It's day 3 of the 2019 budget debate, and we have lots to tell you. Minister of Public Telecommunications Catherine Hughes, during the debate, spoke of advancement in the information and communications technology sector and efforts at strengthening e-governance. Stacey Carmichael tells us more in our first report.
Minister Hughes informed the National Assembly that some 25 forms will be available online in 2019. The initiative is being rolled out by her ministry along with several government agencies.
We fully understand that using digital technologies in government's work can readily provide citizens with easier access to government services. And therefore, we've embraced the concept of electronic government. That means our level of commitment to this course of action will be reflected in government's 2019 allocation of approximately $1.9 billion or $8.9 million in two major projects, the ICT access for hinterland, poor and remote communities, and of course, the $3.7 billion or $17 million project that we've called our National Broadband Project.
The move is designed to save citizens time and create ease of access to services for persons residing in Guyana and the diaspora.
We've done extensive groundwork, completing the ICT baseline assessment to ensure that we're able to provide digital services, especially in hinterland, poor and remote communities. These resulted in the formation of 6 strategic e-government objectives that are aligned to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, our National Green State Development Strategy, and our ICT policy.
Persons are being encouraged by agencies such as the Guyana Revenue Authority and the National Insurance Scheme to utilize the service. Reporting from Parliament Buildings with videographer Joanne Jordan, Stacey Carmichael for InfoHub.
Minister of Education Dr. Nicolette Henry today said the education revolution, which started in 2015 by the coalition government, is alive and well. Alexis Rodney has that report.
This morning, Minister Henry was the second speaker to address the National Assembly on day 3 of the 2019 budget debate. She said there is no doubt that the coalition government has been moving above and beyond to ensure that the education sector, which has been allocated the largest budget for the new fiscal year, serves all of Guyana's children.
In less than 4 years, we have rolled out real programs, such as the 5Bs initiative. We have expanded school feeding, we have improved school services to include psychosocial support and introduce technology-enabled learning in a real way.
According to the Education Minister, the sector was in a crisis when it was taken over by the administration.
The performance of the nation's children at the national and regional examinations served as a clear indicator. In 2014, the national grade 6 assessment results were appalling as the previous years for which I have seen the data. 23% of our students were passing English, 25 of them mathematics, 37 social studies, and 23 science. In 3 short years, we have seen incremental improvements, and this year we were able to record 60% pass rate in English, and similar improvements were recorded in other subject areas.
The minister also addressed what she said were some inaccuracies proffered by opposition members during the course of the debate. She spoke of the attack by the opposition on the distribution of textbooks, the strike action by teachers, and cash vouchers. She also addressed the ministry's undertaking of the curriculum reform. Reporting for InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
Minister of Social Cohesion Dr. George Norton has strongly rejected claims by the opposition, indicating that the government destroyed the Inter-Guyana Games, among others. Stacey Carmichael spoke to the minister on Tuesday in the Parliament Buildings.
The minister was responding to opposition member of Parliament and former director of sports under the PPP administration, Mead Kumar.
This administration would in no way whatsoever try to destroy the Inter-Guyana Games. It's something we enjoy, it's something our athletes look forward to. We had great success at past games, and we want it to continue. To make such a statement is certainly inaccurate.
Minister Norton made reference to the bad state of the National Aquatic Center located at Liliendahl and the Lenore Track and Field, both constructed under the PPP administration. The minister also made it clear that the coalition government has no intention of hindering the indigenous peoples in any aspect, noting their contributions to Guyana's development.
But that is not the policy of this administration, and it is not something that the Ministry of Social Cohesion would even entertain, would ever accept. And we will do all that is possible. And our program, we can say nationally, is certainly not of that nature.
For the 2019 national budget, the Department of Social Cohesion, which falls under the Ministry of the Presidency, has been allocated $480 million, a figure which the minister has expressed satisfaction with. Reporting from Parliament Buildings with videographer Paul Bridge-Mohan, Stacey Carmichael for InfoHub.
Retrenched workers by the Ghana Sugar Corporation are likely to receive their severance pay by the end of this week. According to Minister of Agriculture Noel Holder, the workers who were severed in 2016 were prevented from receiving severance pay because of a court action filed by the Ghana Agricultural Workers Union. However, a ruling on the rate of interest to be paid on the outstanding sums is expected by the end of today, following which government will issue payments. The announcement was made today during the budget debate in the National Assembly. See the full video of Minister Holder's interview and presentation during the debate on our website and social media. Still to come, Minister Ramchatan underscores the need for a rehabilitation program to assist non-violent drug offenders. Stay with us.
Dogs again, and no mailbox.
Don't let this happen to you.
I'm so happy that I get this mailbox. Now I get an arm of mails. You know how much times GPL come and disconnect me life because I couldn't get my bill? I will notice. Anyways, girl, the post office encouraging all residents to install a mailbox so they can improve their service to us.
Get your mailbox today and help the Guyana Post Office to serve you better.
Welcome back. Minister of Public Security Kemraj Ramchatan says there is a dire need to assist non-violent drug offenders through a court-operated rehabilitation program. More in this report.
In our National Drug Strategy Master Plan 2016 to 2020, there is the policy stated there that we have to reduce the use of incarceration, which is a punitive response for non-violent drug offenders. We wanted by that policy to provide and emphasize treatment and rehabilitation. And so the establishment of a drug treatment court was identified as one such alternative program.
Minister Ramchatan was at the time delivering remarks at the high-level meeting on exploring alternatives to incarceration, including drug treatment courts in Guyana. The discussion engaged law enforcement officials, representatives from Guyana's judicial system, as well as representatives from the Organization of American States and Inter-American Drug Abuse Control Commission. The Public Security Minister noted that the program will yield many benefits.
I can immediately see drug users coming out of the habit through what I now understand the court will order as their treatment, detoxification and stabilization periods of treatment and so on. I can also see that with treated people, recidivism rates will fall. And not only with drug offenses, but other offenses, because drug users support their bad habits by often stealing and committing robbery sometimes, shoplifting, assaulting innocent people in the street just for the want of getting the money so that they're going to buy some more drugs.
Minister Ramchatan said the initiative will be cost-effective in the long run and forms part of the transformation needed in Guyana's justice system. For InfoHub, Anara Khan.
More than 1,000 local businesses had a chance to interact with ExxonMobil Ghana and its prime contractors over the last 2 days at the inaugural LISA Phase 1 Supplier Development Forum.
Many local business representatives expressed their appreciation for the Supplier Development Forum.
It was quite interactive and very well planned out, so congrats to the organizers on the same. It gave me, for example, a nice opportunity to come here and to highlight the services that we do offer at Jagan Dental Center and to interact with individuals for the same.
This forum gives you the necessary information to develop your business, to meet the standards that are set by the various contractors and subcontractors that are preparing for the oil and gas industry and preparing for forest oil for 2020.
It's very much exciting, very much exciting. You meet a lot of people. There's so many companies here that you could form a lot of business relationships with.
I think to actually have one and to have some of our concerns for a company and any company, for an entire sector to come out to say, these are our projections, this is what we'll need, this is how we need your assistance, and to point us in the right direction, I think it's an excellent initiative.
I thought the forum was overall very productive. The fact that we had a chance to hear from the big players that are operating in this newfound resource, to hear what they're looking for and how we can be a part of it as local companies, I thought that was very, very much productive for myself and my company and for other persons here.
Public and Government Affairs Director for ExxonMobil, Deidre Moe, said the forum was successful.
Yesterday was a great day. We had, I think, nearly 400 folks attend from Guyanese businesses to be able to participate, to learn about what the role of some of those contractors are doing and what the needs are. And then today is to really build those relationships. So I think we had more than 700 people come in before 1 p.m. today to be able to have some one-on-one activities and be able to greet. So I think it's been a very successful forum, and we're excited about some of the relationships and future partnerships that can be formed as we continue to work on towards first oil on LISA Phase 1.
The LISA Phase 1 Supplier Development Forum was held on Monday and Tuesday. The forum facilitated direct communication between local suppliers, service providers, and Exxon and its prime contractors. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
And in our final report, trainees who are currently taking part in the overseas training course in aquaculture here in Guyana have been given a first-hand look at field operations during a tour of the Sweetwater Aqua Farm at Canal No. 2 West Bank, Demerara. Felicia Valenzuela has that report.
Participants from the 2018 Overseas Training Course on Aquaculture Technology included persons from the private sector, government, civil society, and the security services. The course, which began on November 28 and ends on December 11, saw participants undergoing training in care of freshwater fish, production systems, feeding and harvesting. This is according to Nikita Duki, Fisheries Officer, Fisheries Department at the Ministry of Agriculture.
Our visit here this morning entailed the walkthrough of the processing plant. It entailed looking at tambaki and tilapia breeding, and the participants, which is about 56 persons, were allowed to handle the fishes, identify sexes, with the Chinese team here present and guiding the tour of the facilities.
Aquaculture products are currently not exported, however, according to Ms. Duki, tremendous growth in this sector is expected.
Well, aquaculture is the fastest growing sector within the economy, within the international economy. FAO estimate by 2050 will be able to supply more, the fish coming from aquaculture would be more than 50% on the market. So aquaculture within Guyana has a huge potential. We have a lot of fresh water. The species that are here, we can expand on that. And so it's a matter of gaining investment within the sector.
The government sees aquaculture development as a means to promote agriculture diversification, improve food security, increase the availability of high-value protein food, and improve environmental benefits. Although still in its developmental stages, the government through the Ministry of Agriculture continues to work with local farmers to develop the sector. Reporting for InfoHub, Felicia Valenzuela.
Let's remind you that budget debate continues throughout the rest of the week. DPI will continue to provide live coverage on Facebook, so do follow our page. That's all for this evening. Connect with us on WhatsApp and social media and follow our website at dpi.gov.gy. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye.